And the next topic we had, though, was another post, and that is Thaddeus Young. And this kind of ties into our topic that we're going to go into after this because it seems like most likely Thaddeus Young is going to be a person who gets moved or cut or something like that because of his comments. Ethan, I'm going to swing it to you on this one. I know that Thad mentioned a lot about just kind of how he understands where he is with the Spurs and his situation. So what are the things that really impressed you that he said?
I want to start off by saying respect to him for being a professional. He shows up to training camp. He says the right
Absolutely.
things. He's very cordial, very complimentary of the organization, and he's putting in work with these young guys and trying to be that veteran presence, despite, I think, knowing that his time in San Antonio is very limited. All that being said, I don't know how we would move him, but I hope we do right by him. I hope we don't just cut him. I hope we try and send him to an organization that he can actually win with. I mean, ultimately, I think he fits the roster. I think he could really have an impact on the team, and if we can keep him, I mean, I think we should because he's still a great player, and like he's so far at least he seems to be getting along with the young guys and being a great mentor to them. Um, but ultimately, he's probably going to get moved. Jude, I could see that happening. Him and Al Farouk Aminu probably. But respect to him, he's done it right, and I've always liked him as a player.
Yeah, I've always liked him as a player as well. Just what he was saying, like there were multiple comments where he basically came out and said, "Hey, I'm not trying to take anybody's shot. Or excuse me, shot anybody's spot."
Hmm.
And that he's not, and it was specifically Keldon. Like he told him, "I'm here to help you. I'm not here to take your spot. I'm here to make you a better player. I'm here to help all of these young guys for as long as I'm here." And in the comment, he said, "With me and Brian, sat down and talked. Brian Wright is in the GM and RC and Pop, and they all sat down and were like, hey, this is probably what our situation's looking like. We're just going to be real with you." And he understood, and he's like, "I'm just going to come to work every day and work as hard as possible." And so the fact that he's just trying to give these young guys as much knowledge, like with the limited vets we have on the team now, and the fact that like he literally has no guarantee. Like there's nothing, he's not really going to get much back out of San Antonio other than really like, I mean, I'm sure like he'll enjoy the time he spends with Pop and stuff, and that'll be pretty cool, especially near the end of Pop's career. But really, he's not going to get back like what we get out of him. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
he's just being completely selfless in this situation. So shout out to Thaddeus Young. We were joking about it. I said Thaddeus Young might be like the shortest term Spur, but like the most beloved short-term Spur of all time. Like of any of the Spur people that came in here for like just a little bit, I think Thaddeus Young's going to be at the top of the list for Spurs fans' love after those comments. So it seems like because he literally came out and said it is what it is, depending on whatever happens, it's like that tells me this dude feels like he's getting moved. So for sure, it seems like him, but also I wouldn't be mad at keeping him either because he's a great post presence. I know that his 3-point shooting took a dip last year. That's the only negative, but just the veteran presence in the locker room, you can't put that on a stat sheet. And his effort and hustle in the post with height and physicality is something we need as well. So
Hmm. Where Luca is lacking, he has in excess of. Um,
yes,
so he's like that perfect complementary piece. If Luke is falling apart and we need to take him out of the game, throw Thaddeus Young in there and we're perfectly fine. He doesn't need to score. He's going to play hard nosed defense, get rebounds, and battle inside, which is why I like him so much. But yeah, I agree with you.